Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday morning, August 3rd, 2020. My name is LJ Malberg. I am president of Compassionate Muse, a coaching, consulting, speaking, and training company, and compassion-based work strategies for the music industry. I work with individuals and organizations leveraging compassion to increase the bottom line and increase more harmonious workplaces within the music business. Um, Thank you for joining me this morning for Monday morning meditation for every body, mind, and spirit. I'm excited to have you here, and I hope you're well. We're going to begin this morning with some deep breathing, so I'll have everybody sit nice and tall. Just check your alignment in your seat, and you can be seated any way that you're comfortable. So on the floor, I'm seated in a chair at my desk at the moment. Any way that you're comfortable that you can sustain sitting this way for several minutes. Just check in, make sure that your head is aligned over your shoulders and that your shoulders are squarely aligned over your hips to ensure that your spine is nice and straight. And allow your head to just sit centered. So check in, make sure that your chin isn't jutting forward or too far back, just at a comfortable level. Again, squarely sitting on top of your shoulders. And your hands can be folded in your lap or on your knees. Again, wherever it's comfortable, and you're able to sustain it for a few minutes. And let's close our eyes and take some deep breaths. Gently close your eyes, and we'll breathe in through the nose, filling the lungs as much as possible. And when you get to the point where you can't breathe in anymore, exhale out through the mouth. Squeezing out all the old air. And let's do this a few times, breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And one last time, in through the nose, deep breath. And exhale out through the mouth. And just let your breath breathe naturally now. Notice where your thoughts are. And you can continue to let your eyes gently stay closed, or you can open them if you're more comfortable. And I'll be your guide through this next part, which is a body scan meditation. So I'd like you to picture a golden light circling between your eyes inside your head. A little light, small, maybe the size of a golf ball. And it's this emanating golden light, circling, sort of massaging that third eye area between your eyes, inside your forehead. And as it's rotating and glowing, it's relaxing that space in your head. And you can feel your forehead start to relax. And you'll move this ball now with your mind down into your nose, into your cheeks. And you start to feel your nose and cheeks relax. And now being mindful and aware of where this light is. Move it down into your chin and your jaw, around your mouth and the back of your throat, bottoms of your ears. If you grit your teeth at night, maybe that's a little sore from the night before. And so you can circle that light and allow those areas to relax. And watch your breathing. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And let your breath normalize to a natural state of breathing. And bring that light now down into your clavicles and your collarbone area, the front of your chest, and the tops of your shoulders. And feel those areas start to relax. And now move the light down into the front of your chest and your stomach, your upper and lower belly, and your sides. And you feel your whole front start to relax. And move this ball of light now into your middle back, your shoulder blades, the backs of your arms and your elbows, down into your lower back. And now you can feel your entire back relax. And let's take another deep breath through the nose and exhale through the nose. And again, and with every exhale, find yourself and your body a little bit more relaxed. Breathing in and out. And now picture that golden light, that golden ball of light, rotating down the backside and down the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, into the backs of your knees, around the front of your thighs and into the tops of your knees. And you feel your legs start to get very relaxed. And now moving that light down through the front of the legs, into the shins and the backs of the calves, around the ankles, into the tops of the feet and the heels of the feet and the soles of the feet and your toes. And you feel your entire legs very relaxed and very heavy in your seat. And now move this golden light back up through your body and out along your arms, down into your wrists and your fingers, massaging your fingers and your fingertips, your thumbs, the palms of your hands, the backs of your hands, all of your joints in your hands and your fingers become very relaxed. And let's take another deep breath through the nose and out through the nose. And again. And a third time. And you just feel very relaxed. Your body's starting to wake up now. If your eyes are closed, you can gently open them. Flutter your eyelids a little bit. Come back into the room, back into center. You could focus on me or focus on something else in the room. Bring your attention to the corners of your mouth and see if you can turn up the corners, just ever so slightly. And see if you can be aware of any energy shift, how your body felt before we started and now. Is there a contrast? Is there an area specifically in your body where you're feeling much more relaxed? Are there areas in your body where you're still feeling tension? Just be mindful. And also, where are the points of contact to the floor? And what does that feel like against your skin and your muscles? If you're seated in a chair, maybe your feet are flat on the floor. You can really feel the touch points of the floor and the floor supporting the feet as the feet meet the floor. And what does that feel like? Just being mindful of all the points of contact. And let's take one more deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth, just to close this meditation practice today. Feels great. So let's have a little bit of community now. Hi, Gwen. I've turned off your mute so we can talk. You can speak freely. How are you?
Hi, good.
Good. Good morning. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah. Is there anybody else here?
Well, we have it live streaming, so there's possibly other viewers.
I see. Also listening to me talk.
That's right.
Wow. Okay, cool.
How are you doing in the midst of all of this?
I don't know. Still adjusting, right?
I am too. I every day I feel something nuanced, honestly. Even though it feels like I'm in this cycle that I can't really get out of, you know, um, being homebound and housebound and not really seeing people right now.
Yeah, I hate that. That's really taken a toll on me. I think not seeing people. I think I underestimated how much energy I draw from other people and how much inspiration I draw from other people. And talking online and even remote communication just doesn't fill that void, doesn't do the same. So
Yeah, it's you're right. It's not an exact replacement for a real energy exchange.
mm-hmm.
I feel that too. I'm sort of an ambivert, so I'm easily introverted and can also be extroverted.
Same.
Yeah, and it's really noticeable now just how much energy I am accustomed to getting from outside myself, and having to sort of overcompensate for that
Mm-hmm.
internally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the meditation has helped. Have you been meditating?
um Not regularly. I've had a hard time setting up a regular practice, identifying a good time for myself every day. It
Mm.
seems to change every day what a good time is. I don't know. Like I'm still having a hard time with establishing a new routine um, in this new life. So I don't know. It's kind of on and off, irregular.
Yeah, I understand.
So I don't know. I was thinking maybe this will help at least.
Well, I hope it did, even in some small way. I think it's one of the reasons I started this series is because a lot of my friends have been coming to me, um, saying that they know that they need to meditate and they have an app and maybe they've used it once or twice, but they can't really seem to stick with any sort of a regimen and it's hard. And I thought that by offering up community and,
Mhm.
and a chance to meditate together once a week, that um, that would somehow be a little bit easier on everyone.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, this time's a little early. Now that nobody's really going into the office, I think that we could probably stand to start a little bit later. What do you think?
Probably 8:30
Yeah.
maybe,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
right before work. I like an early Monday morning. I feel ready to work. I mean, I'm really hungry, so I need to go eat some breakfast.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think even 30 minutes would make a difference.
Yeah, that's helpful feedback. I was kind of thinking along the same lines too. So right up to meet the work hour
Uh-huh.
and then it's ready to start the week.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great feedback. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, how's work been going for you?
Work is work's going pretty well. It has its stressors. I don't know, like, um I still love my work, the nature of my work, what I do in product. I think it's a great fit for me. Um, and we're in I mean, a lot of businesses are in a tough time right now. I expect music in particular, live music. So we're struggling a little bit just closing deals and getting things over the finish line. So
Mm,
um, everybody's feeling that pressure to perform higher, push harder, um, all while struggling with these new routines and working remotely. And then, a lot of people have these families they need to take care of at home too. Um, so it's kind of the organization still is adjusting, I think.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a challenge on my end too. Um, I work from home anyway, so that dynamic hasn't changed for me.
Hmm.
Although I'm used to traveling a lot for work and there hasn't been any of that.
Right.
But I noticed that there is a lot more pressure all the way around for people to perform, whether it's pressure imposed by the company or self imposed to be able to show value
Uh-huh.
or prove value.
Yep.
Um, yeah, there is a lot of that going around, and an added level of stress that I'm sure none of us really need right now,
Hmm.
in addition to everything else that's going on.
Yeah, and we did struggle with some layoffs. So
Mhm,
a lot of companies have. So
mhm.
there is that. I'm essential. I want to prove myself essential, prove my value. So
Well, thank goodness for that,
yeah.
and I thank you for sharing all of that too.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. I wanted to open it up to any questions that maybe you've had about meditation in general, your practice, anything that you feel comfortable sharing
Mm.
with any of our viewers. Um, or if you have a question about technique or anything that I may be able to help answer, I'm not sure.
So I've been meditating for a while now, and what would be a good step beyond body scan and breath focused meditation? What would be the next step to move forward?
Sure. So I think I may have an answer for you, but then before I answer, I'd want to ask you. Um, what are you trying to accomplish, I guess? What's the goal?
Um, I guess expanded awareness. So not just awareness of my own body, but wider awareness and then carrying that into my daily life. So not only when I'm meditating, but also when I'm just living.
I love that. That's a wonderful question. I believe that uh, meditation can transcend to awareness of others,
Mm,
but that there's a tipping point. Um, Meaning, for me, I'll speak personally. For me, it took a while, quite a while, of self meditation practice, either alone in my home in my morning practice or in sangha, which is community.
uh-huh,
Um, Group practice. It took a while, years actually, for that tipping point to happen. And I consider myself to be an empathetic person, um, which I think promotes awareness of others uh, in general. But to be aware that I am aware of others in general,
uh-huh,
there's a difference there than just doing it by default, because uh, habits can promote unawareness.
uh-huh.
If that makes sense.
Yep,
We get it in the muscle memory, and then we're just on autopilot and we forget that we're doing it.
right.
So yeah, so for me, the practice went from scanning to zazen to breath counting. Zazen in the Buddhist practice is seated meditation, and there are many techniques in seated meditation. So there's breath counting, there's breath watching, there's just watching the thoughts.
Uh-huh,
There's shikantaza, which is um, just to be, just be. So there is no goal. And there are other types of meditation out there as well, like loving kindness or metta meditation, which really lends itself to um, the act of self compassion and compassion for others.
uh-huh,
So there's actual uh, chants that you say
mhm,
um, to help shift yourself from self compassion to compassion for others.
mhm.
And I think the act of saying it helps your mind make that shift. That's very is a very intentional, very beautiful practice. Um, so there's lots of vehicles to get there, but I think that loving kindness is specifically compassion meditation, and um, I would give that a try next.
Mhm.
Um, are
Okay.
you are you familiar with metta?
I am. Yep.
Okay,
And
yeah,
when I've tried it, I really do connect with it.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
So
this gives me a wonderful idea, and that is, I think next week we'll do metta meditation.
that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like that too. I think that's a great idea, and I really appreciate you bringing it up.
Yeah.
That this was such a wonderful question, because I think often, with the apps, we tend to basically just focus on ourselves,
Mhm.
which is great because that's what we have control over. And so I think that is very, very important. But then the question becomes, what can we do beyond ourselves? How does that translate into our day, into our relationships with others.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
wonderful. Well, I really appreciate that. And at this point, we are at time.
Okay.
So I want to highlight um, a Black owned business that is doing really great things in the world and offer up their website today. Um, Hopefully, you can all see this. And if not, I'll read it out loud. Um, humblebloom.co. Humble Bloom is a Black owned business that is um, practicing radical self care through awareness of the cannabis industry and beyond.
Hmm.
They lead field trips and do um, educational programming, and it's really quite eye opening. I've talked with one of the founders, and she is just amazing. And I highly encourage you to check out what they're doing and check out what they're about,
Okay.
and um, and support them any way that you can. So that's today's Black owned business that I wanted to highlight. It's Humble Bloom, HUMBLEBLOOM.co.
I'm looking right now. Yeah. Neat.
Great. Yeah, they're really great. So this is the end of today's practice. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. Thanks, LJ.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Be well. Bye.